T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, turkey sandwich, turkey sandwich. Let me see what's going on. Testing, testing, T minus 10. There we go. 9, 8. Every single time. Alright, so I'm going to talk and see how my voice is against the music playing in the background. I don't want it to be like it's drowning, like I'm trying to talk over the music. It's not too bad. I wonder if it would be if I turn it down just a smidget. And then I see now that I'm going live, I had to fix my hashtags too. My hashtags didn't convert over. Alright, I turned it down 1, so I think that'll work. Next thing that I noticed, that will work. Good. Let me go to my, what do you call this thing? To my YouTube dashboard, and the hashtags aren't hashtagging like they're supposed to be. So I'm going to fix it. Now that I caught it, refresh the page so it can show up. Alright. Come on and load so I can get this fixed. Now, what do I have in the description? That's supposed to be at the top. So, let me get rid of all of this stuff. I shouldn't have to get rid of any of these, but that's the way it's going. So, let me erase those, refresh the page, and see what will happen. And this goes into the morning Mooooo section. I'm going to put this into the morning Mooooo section. Good morning. How you doing? I'm getting things set up. Fixing my hashtags. The hashtags that I wanted to show up did not show up. So I'm going through there now and fixing them. Now that I caught that, I'm going to refresh my page and see if they show up. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Hi. All right. I'm going to refresh the page. Dun, 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 dun. Will the hashtag show up according to plan? There they are. Yay, I did. It's celebration. You guys, I had to get some tape. But until then, I will just stick these pins in there. I made a list this morning before the show started, obviously, of things I need to do today. So get some tape is another thing. My list is getting long, but that's all right. I have all day to get this done. Well, all day, but before the sun sets to get this done. With the determination built into my core, I shall be able to finish this list of things. That is, if it don't keep adding up. I should play Mooooo by Doja Cat. Somebody, pretty much this time last year when I started wearing my cow suit, I was reading newspapers from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I kind of missed that. I might have to start slipping that in to see. Let me write that down. I miss reading that. But yeah, somebody reminded me about that song, so I looked it up afterwards. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that song. Start Atlanta Journal Constitution. I might have to bring that back. I miss it. Another thing on the list of things to do. Thank you for your comment, because honestly, your comment made me think of something else. So it is November 24th, 2025, y'all, and to me, it seems like it's Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness, where's my cereal? Oh, never mind. My cereal wasn't in the right spot it usually will be in when I start. I filled up my bowl, you know, I'm like, where's my cereal? Ah! I want to put my necklace on today. I feel just a smidget underdressed. That's better. Good morning, guys. How you guys doing? I have my tea. I have my water. I have my snacks. And I have my topic for today. And my clipboard is ready and good to go. Today, of course, I will be talking about pot pies. I talked about it on Thursday. Thank you guys for the I see them over here, the hearts and the celebration stuff. Thank you very much. I just got in and you guys are already showing like so much love. Or should I say Mooooo? Moo. So I didn't do a survey yet. I haven't decided what I want to put in the survey, you know. So I'm just rolling with it right now. I'm going to move this over and get my screen up. Let me close out some of these windows. Open up my tab here and see. Before I just dive, before I just dive into the topic, I want to bring up something about the farming news. Oh, that's nice. Let me minimize that for later. New window. Yes, I want to open a new window. So since it's November 25th, which flower, ask detailed questions. Which flower, FLOW, is best to give to family, to friends and family for Thanksgiving? I'm curious. I want to know what would be best. So, as a warm-up for the question today, I'm asking for Thanksgiving, the best flowers. Which flower is the best to give to friends and family for Thanksgiving, guys? I have here, for Thanksgiving, the best flowers to give are seasonal blooms and warm. What does that mean? So, for Thanksgiving, the best flowers to give are seasonal blooms and warm. Oh, autumnal colors like orange, yellow, red, and burgundy. That's pretty colors. It says chrysanthemums, sunflowers, and roses are excellent choices that convey sentiments of joy, gratitude, and friendship, making them thoughtful gifts for friends and family. That's nice. Popular flower choices and symbolism. Chrysanthemums, also known as mums, they are the quintessential autumn flower, available in rich shades of orange, gold, and bronze. Orange, gold, and bronze. They symbolize joy, optimism, loyalty, and friendship, aligning perfectly with the spirit of Thanksgiving. Now that's fun. For those of you who are interested in getting some flowers, they sell really nice flowers at Kroger's grocery store, guys. And they sell really good flowers there. Sunflowers exude warmth and happiness with their bright yellow petals. They represent adoration, loyalty, and longevity, making them a cheerful way to express thanks to those who have been steadfast in your life. Isn't that neat to know that there's symbolism in flowers? I'm actually going to put sunflowers. There's some sunflowers. So that's what I'm reading about right now. And also for my personal notes, I had to put this in. I opened up the live stream. I'm already messing up my notes, y'all. Man. So all I'll have to do is just draw a line in it and keep going. Because this is something I may want to talk about in the future. So which flower is best to give to friends and family for Thanksgiving? Question mark. So that's the question I started out with, and I'll leave a couple spaces down here just in case. You know what? I'll put the number 1 right here. I'll put number 2 right here and put game pies dash. Here's my notes. Bada bing. So popular flower choices and symbolism. Chrysanthemums, also known as mums, these are the quintessential autumn flowers available in rich shades of orange, gold, and bronze. They symbolize joy, optimism, loyalty, and friendship, aligning perfectly with the spirit of Thanksgiving. Sunflowers exude warmth and happiness with their bright yellow petals. They represent adoration, loyalty, and longevity, making them a cheerful way to express thanks to those who have been steadfast in your life. So I put sunflowers in there. Did you guys know that about sunflowers? We've got roses, carnations, delilahs, and astromeria, however you pronounce that. Meow. So this is a good topic. I just wanted to do a little icebreaker to actually get things going for myself and for all my cool peeps coming in. Let me put this in my folder because I may want to come back and read some of this in between. Oh, I'm sorry about that. So let's see here. Roses. It's got roses. While often associated with romance, roses in warm autumn hues like peach, orange, and deep red are very appropriate for Thanksgiving. Peach roses significantly symbolize gratitude and appreciation, while yellow roses convey warmth and friendship. So those are some cool things in reference to which flowers best to give to friends and family for Thanksgiving. If you guys want to go like kind of a non-traditional route in celebrating Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, I was reading off a list of things they have for flowers if you want to give your family or friends flowers for decoration, be it fake or be it real. So yeah, which flower is best to give? We've got chrysanthemums known as mums, sunflowers, roses, carnations, delilahs, and astromeria, Pulverian lilies. So that's a lot of stuff, okay? That's a lot of stuff. This is exciting. I remember when we were in, when I was in middle school, I believe we would have the carnation sale. I thought those were cool. I think I will buy myself carnations. But I believe that's when I first got introduced to carnations and the title of it, you know, because of middle school. No, 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 no. This tea is good. Hey, thank you for coming in. High five. Good morning. I'm having a good time. I was reading I was reading about flowers that you can give to like your family and friends for the holiday season. Which flower is best to give to your friends and family for Thanksgiving? And carnations popped up. Isn't it cool? Thank you so much. You have a good morning and take care. Have a safe everything. You know, thanks so much. Hercules the shark will be back on Friday. That's his designated day. It makes me laugh and smile when you guys ask for Hercules because I know he's back there swimming around somewhere watching, but he's not saying anything. Hercules is in stealth mode and he's like, he don't want anyone to know that he's watching the chat to see if you guys are asking about him. So today I'm a cow. Mondays and Tuesdays I'm a cow. Wednesdays you get Baskethead, the intentionally very long live stream show on Baskethead. Thursdays I show up as myself on Freestyle Thursdays. And then on Fridays, back by popular demand, your boy Hercules. Yes, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Man, Hercules be having me like laughing. I listen to him. Don't try to drink anything because you don't know what's going to come out of his mouth. You might as well put your drink down until the set is over. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for that compliment. So yeah, we've got far as popular flowers to give family and friends. We have mums, sunflowers, roses, carnations. Carnations, these ruffled blooms are long-lasting and come in various fall colors including burgundy, orange, and cream. They represent admiration and distinction. Ooh, distinction. Ensuring your thoughtful gesture can be enjoyed for an extended period. I'm going to put some sunflowers in the chat and some roses in the chat. You guys, flowers are cool, and it's nice to be reminded that you don't have to just give roses to people on Valentine's Day or like for ceremonies or unfortunately when someone transitions. Thanks for the flowers. You can give flowers to people all year round, and males can give flowers to males and girls can give flowers to girls. It's just a thing that we as humans have the wonderful opportunity to do, giving flowers to one another. So you can give flowers to people. And I was saying that, boy, oh boy, guys, we have Kroger's here. And they have some pretty nice flowers at Kroger's at the Kroger's grocery store. Thank you guys for the beautiful flowers. Yay! That's really cool. Thank you for coming in. Today is November 24th, 2025. And a lot of you cool peeps are probably on vacation because it's the Thanksgiving season. To me, in my head, it's going to forever be burned in my head that November 24th is Thanksgiving. So for me, it feels like Thanksgiving, although it's a couple of days away. I'm doing really well. And you guys, this tea is really spot on today. I'm really enjoying it. I'm doing well. Thank you for coming in. Hello. Thank you for pressing the like. So, now that we've informed you on I've informed you on flowers, perhaps I'll make a survey. I sure did watch cartoons while growing up. Pick a flower you would give to family or friends, for this holiday season. So let me put roses, carnations, or sunflowers. I just made a survey, guys, But sometimes when I make my surveys on this computer, it glitches, and it glitches on the part of the survey where I right click to put emojis in, and sometimes I run into issues. So I usually will have my surveys up before I start the live stream to avoid that. But since I'm going live, the survey is up, but I don't have any emojis in it. Because sometimes when I right click, it kicks me out of the whole thing I'm in. The whole thing meaning the whole live stream, or it'll push a button that wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant for me to push. But I just put up the survey. Oh no, I don't want to push that. Ah, man, my computer. You stop that. Oh, cool. So I would give them a bouquet of grass. So having said that, how would I know you said bouquet, but you can present grass to people in so many ways. You can like put it in a bucket and grow a little sand out of the bucket and give them that. Or you can if you have a good lawn, you can get a box cutter and cut out a patch of grass and roll it up and give it to them. You can put it in some parchment paper and be like, "Here, with all my love, take this patch of grass." I would like that, but most people probably wouldn't want that. Bruh, what am I gonna do with this? Well, it's cool. And you can like put it somewhere. Put it in your yard or area. You might have a struggle patch in your yard. You might need to just, what, thanks for this grass. I do have a struggle area. I know exactly where to plant this. So yeah. A bouquet of grass is fine by me. I already put the survey up, so it's too late. I do not have a grass emoji, but I'm gonna put like a plant or something in there to represent that. With AI, with artificial intelligence online officially for all of us to have collectively, I would love for AI overview to fix it so it'll be easier to find the emojis for expression. Because like if I type in food, it doesn't give me all my food emojis. If I type in fish, it don't give me all my fish emojis. It shouldn't be so meticulous when searching. It's like you have to remember what the specific emoji is called sometimes in order to find it. Or like how I'm doing now, you'll find me scrolling through all of these trillions of emojis so I can pick the right one I want to use. But outside of that, I'm here for the emojis. Hercules, I know it may not be the same as watching Hercules in real time, but he is definitely available if you want to catch the replays. Hercules comes on at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. I think we should too, because I'm getting ready to actually roll into the Cows in the Chat song, and I'm always asking the NASA people to give us a strawberry cow. So I have to look for a strawberry and then I have to look for a cow instead of just typing in the pink cow. I agree too. I think we should have access to that as well. It's time to update the emojis. High five. So, now that you mentioned, I'm getting ready to roll into that fun part anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, pets, plants, animals, artificial intelligence, and all living, breathing things here that have been classified and not yet classified here on planet Earth. It is time for the Cows in the Chat song. They say that America is the great melting pot, and you're wrong. Planet Earth is the one true legendary melting pot of all time. And having said that, I want to welcome Mooooo, and all of Mooooo to Elay TV. Morning Mooooo Monday Motivational Madness, helping Mooooo and Mooooo power through your work week. Oh, Mooooo, dun 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 dun, Mooooo, dun 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 dun, Mooooo, dun 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 dun. So let me get my harmonica. them. It's time for the cows in the chat song. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat, moo. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat, moo. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat. It is time for cows in the chat, where you can put cows in the chat, animal emojis in the chat, or your favorite emoji in general in the chat. This is the time where on Elay TV, I like to take a small portion of my time to celebrate bovine shoo moo 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 bovine moo 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 bovines, cows in the chat, cows in the chat, moo. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat. On this segment, I am forever grateful for cows because not only are they cute, they provide milk. And if it wasn't for cows, guys, tailgating wouldn't be as fun, right? And then we wouldn't have barbecues. So I'm getting ready to put some flame broiled cows in the chat. Shouts out to cows. We do love you. You guys are cute, and you're peaceful creatures. Shouts out to the cats. It looks like bisons are trying to invade the chat. We've got tons of animals in the chat right now. We have a fake cow. Oh no, I'm sorry, bisons. Your presence is no longer required. You're getting the blade of justice. Oh, man. Can we have a moment of silence to the bovine who's getting the blade of justice by Captain Blackbird? Captain Blackbird is giving the fake cow the blade of justice. A moment of silence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moment's over. Wow. Okay, so NASA people, science people, the government, every time I'm on here, I have one shiny request. And I'll keep asking that until Kingdom Come or until you do it. I know y'all out there playing around in the science lab, right? Making all kinds of inventions and stuff, and leashing them out onto this beautiful planet called Earth. Well, while you're out there in your science labs, can you give us a peace offering? Like, yo, we messed up. We're the NASA people. We brought a lot of weird things here. So as an apology for us tearing up this planet and blaming it on cows, we're blaming global warming on cows and the alleged impending doom of planet Earth on cows. As an apology, here is a unicorn. So I want NASA to give us a unicorn as a peace offering. Don't worry, my Cool Peeps and I already have a group over here to protect the cows. We've got a band, or what is it? We have a fleet of ninjas here to protect the unicorns when NASA releases a peace offering of unicorns. We promise to protect the unicorns from Voldemort, because I'll have you know, if Voldemort died in Magic Land at the behest of Harry Potter and his gang, but when you die in Magic Land, you don't technically die, so Voldemort, in my mind, is still alive. So we will protect the unicorns at all costs. Otherwise, we'll build a cow union and begin a cow strike. I am here for it. Let me bring out my hooves. I have interchangeable hooves. I agree with it. You know what's missing on here? Because some cows have tufts of hair on top of their head. I know pigs have tufts of hair. There will be no more milk from east to west coast. Let freedom, let freedom, let freedom, band together with me, my beautiful Cool Peeps. Let's band together and protest. Protect the cows, the bovine at all costs. And another thing that I am asking of the NASA science people and the government, since you are placing global warming and the alleged impending doom on us, me, the precious bovines, yes, cows' lives matter. A single solitary teardrops. Yes. Cue the heavenly music. Cows' lives matters from East Coast to the West Coast. It's one of those commercials where they teach you a lesson and it's so dramatic. You dropped a tear. I see it over here, Captain Blackbird. I see the smiling tear. Yes, I see it. I'm getting ready to put strawberry cows in here. We need, not only do we need unicorns, guys, we need strawberry cows too. I'm quite sure this NASA people can create that. They've created everything else to cause terror on this planet and scare us. Let's bring some strawberry cows here. Let me type in cow so I can pull up a cow. So that's all we ask. Unicorns and strawberry cows. Thank you for participating in Cows in the Chat. Cows in the chat. Moo. Now presenting the Moment of Silence segment. Little Guy, aka the Man with a Knife. A moment of silence for all the cows who gave their lives for a McDonald's cheeseburger. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. Wow, the screaming. The screaming though. NASA people, we need all of the cool things in our lives. Chocolate cow, strawberry cows, unicorns, to help make this life be better. And I think we will be alright for a little while. You guys, we are 30 minutes into this live stream and we're having a good time. We already have 9 thumbs ups in here. Let me see what you guys are saying for the survey, and then we'll go into the topic of pot pies. I want to continue talking about pot pies because there's so much more I want to learn and explore. Survey is as follows. Pick a flower. Pick a flower that you would give to family and friends for this holiday season. At 86%, we've got roses coming in to my Cool Peeps. Carnations are at 0%, and sunflowers are at a smooth 14%. So, pick flowers which flowers would I give to my family and friends? I would give carnations, because it brings me back to the time we had the carnation drive and stuff, and when I was in school, and I enjoyed that. So I will give carnations. And it says here, for those of you who picked roses, you gotta eat some grass later. All right, make sure you save a patch of grass for me. You have a great holiday and a great weekend. Thank you so much for coming in. Have a good one. High five. Bam. So for those of you who selected roses, I asked which flower is best to give to friends and family for Thanksgiving. And for roses, this is what it means. While often associated with romance, roses in warm autumn hues like peach, orange, and deep red are very appropriate for Thanksgiving. Peach roses specifically symbolize gratitude and appreciation, while yellow roses convey warmth and friendship. Warmth and friendship. A carnation, well, they're cool flowers. I'll see if it will provide me a better description. Can you please describe what a carnation is? Just a moment, I'll give you your answer. I'm asking AI Overview if it can please describe it. The carnation, scientifically known as a Dithanius carpophilus, I probably am saying it wrong, is CRYOPHYLLUS, is a highly popular and historic flowering plant prized for its ruffled blooms, wide range of colors, and mild, often spicy clove-like fragrance. The name Danthrius translate from Greek as flower of God or divine flower. Here's a physical description of the carnation if you're still in here. Let's see here. Appearance. Carnations are also known for their distinctive multi-layer flowers with a soft, velvety texture. Petals have characteristically ruffled or finely frilled edges, with some say looks as though they are cut with picking shears. And it says here the blooms are typically small to medium, average 3 to 6 centimeters, 1.25 to 2 inches in diameter. The plant itself is an herbaceous perennial and can grow up to 80 centimeters, 32 inches tall, with strong-built bristle stems. So that's what a carnation is. They're pretty. Yeah, I like carnations. Wow, they're so cool. And then I saw these girls when we were when I was in middle school, they would dip them in food color and they would change them colors. They would like change the tips to different colors. So I thought that was neat too. I don't remember what club they were in, but it was a specific club who always had the carnations. Yeah, so since roses won, I read what roses stand for when you're gifting roses and carnations to your family and friends for the season. I read what roses are for, and then let me go to the top. And since some people voted for carnations, here's the symbolism or representation of what carnations are if you pass them off to your family and friends for the holiday seasons. The ruffled blooms are carnations. The ruffled blooms are long-lasting and come in a various fall colors, including burgundy, orange, and cream. They represent admiration and distinction, ensuring your thoughtful gesture can be enjoyed for an extended period. So that's what that is. So we've got carnations here and we've got roses. So thank you guys for participating in the survey. So I read what the symbolism means in reference to the ones who chose roses and the symbolism for the ones who chose carnations. Did you know that? Hey, what's going on, Spicy Burrito? Just for the time being, we're getting ready to wrap it up. Not leave, but I'm talking about flowers for the beginning, just as a filler until all the cool people come in. So what we were talking about is which flower is best to give friends and family for Thanksgiving. So I'll keep this tab open, so in between as more people respond on the survey, I'll go back and let you guys know what the flowers mean. We just finished the cow in the chat song, and I'm getting ready to boogie on and talk about the topic at hand, since we have passed the 30-minute mark. Sometimes if the topic is just rolling, I just let it fly, and then eventually we'll get to the topic at hand. I would get carnations for Mother's Day, probably. Yeah. What's going on, Big Papa? High five. Long time no see. I hope they're not working you too hard, but I don't think you will let them work you too hard. Welcome in. It's a comfortable, casual morning for me. Happy Monday morning. I'm sorry about that. It's like they ask you to make a quota. You make the quota, then they say thank you with the smile with the clipboard in hand, then turn around and ask you, can you do a little bit more? I'm like, you're really pushing it. You're really pushing it. Wow, you worked 60 hours last week. That's like a lot. But you're still standing. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Long time no see. I heard LA chatting with you. My man, what's going on? You're working hard. I'm working hard. It's what men do. Men work hard. Okay, here we go. Here we go. He was up. He just gave a moment of silence to the cows. Was it the cows he gave a moment of silence to? Yeah, he started crying. Good morning, Oliver Smith. Good morning. It's nice to see you. I'm up here talking to Big Papa. He said he's working hard. That's what we do. I'm gonna go make those pancakes. Hello, everyone. Hello. Wow, you caught him just in time. Let me get the computer loaded up because the first thing on hand is the game Popeyes. So let me see here. Let me open up the tab. Can you please tell me about game pot pies, please? And thank you. All right, shout out to AI Overview for providing all these groovy answers to my questions so I can share with you. We're talking about game pot pies. That's where I left off at, I think, last week, and I wanted to read more about it. Let me see. Do I have a pie emoji? Oh, look it. Yay, there's a pie emoji. Ka-chow, what's going on, you guys? Thank you for coming in. What's going on, Oliver? Game pot pies are a variation of the traditional meat pot pies, distinguished by their use of wild game meat such as venison, pheasant, wow, rabbit, and moose. Oh my goodness, a moose pot pie. Now, I've heard of the children's book, If You Give a Moose a Muffin, but I've never heard of a moose pot pie. Here we go. Going off into strange lands. Spicy burrito. What's a spicy burrito? He's got a chicken pot pie in the heezy. Last week I wanted a beef pot pie. Today I want a chicken pot pie with a couple of dinner rolls. With a little jelly too. It's 3:14 where you are. It's 5:38 where I'm at. We have here, oh, look at yours, moose pie. Exactly. What a shame. The poor moose. Let's say the po Mises. Yes, moose pie. Is it considered a game pot pie? They are hearty. Oh my gosh. AI Overview said they are hearty. They are a hearty, comfortable food dish, particularly popular during the fall and winter months. AI is on one. Don't change. I like the answers. You don't have to tailor them to suit my fancy. Just keep giving me the answers, please. Cut and dry. They are fun. You do not have to alter the answers. Y'all, can you believe AI was like, they are hearty? Of course they're hearty. They're filled with moose hooves. I get it. Yeah, thank you for that. You know, I forgot all about that. It's been a long time since I heard that pie joke. The last time I heard that pie joke is the last time I watched Twilight Part 1. So thank you for that. I get it now. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. We've got key characteristics, y'all. Wild game meat. Wild game meat. Wild game meat. Yeah. This is bananas. Wild game meat. The central feature is the use of meat from hunted animals, not haunted animals, hunted animals. HUNTED, not ghost pies. Oh my goodness, ghost pies. No way. Ghost pies. Ghost pies. Let me put that in here. Ghost pies. We've got the central feature in the use of meat from hunted animals, not haunted. Common choices include venison, deer, elk, caribou, and moose. What's going on, Chile? You always pop in at the most wonkiest time. Did you know that they have a moose pie? It categorizes under the game pot pies. They have deer, elk, caribou, and moose pot pies. Now, I've heard of chicken pot pies, beef pot pies, vegetable pot pies, but a moose pot pie? Thank you for coming in. Good morning. I hope you're having a good day. High five to you. This is sad. I'm not sure this is going to turn out to be one of those Jell-O situations where I nasty. You got that right. I said it was the best of times and it was the worst of times. I said it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. As we continue down the palette to cater to you guys' interests, we have upland game birds, pheasant, quail. How do you pronounce this? Because it looks like the word gross, but I think it might be grouse. And partridge. Not partridge and the pear tree, y'all. It says here, far as wild game meat, in reference to the birds that you can use in a pot pie. It's quail. I've heard of quail because of Doug, Quail Man. It's Quail Man, and he'll give the quail like shouts out to Doug Funny. But a partridge, no. Rabbit or hare and other options, no. Like black bear or wild boar are also used. Why are you putting these poor animals into pies? No. No wonder the aliens are coming back. We are out of hand. This stuffing everything into pies. Yes, Doug was an awesome cartoon. Y'all, bear pies, bear meat. I know in the name of survival and all, but good mercy. Look, when I hear anything in reference to bear, I don't hear them talking about roasting a bear over an open fire. They're just using bears for the fur and the cool, the cool coats and the hats and the rugs, Not meat. Hearty feeling. Of course it's hearty feeling. Of course it's going to be hearty feeling. I need him to come up here and read this for me. Hearty feeling. The meat is combined with a mix of vegetables such as potatoes, carrots, onions, celery, peas, and mushroom. Plus bear. Savory gravy. Savory gravy. What's going on? Hey, Tarsus, what's going on? You came in at the right time. We're talking about, unfortunately, bear pot pie and moose pot pie. Sad shame. Savory gravy. A rich, thick gravy or sauce is created using ingredients like butter, flour, stock, gang, beef or chicken, milk or cream, and herbs such as thyme, oregano, bay leaves, red wine. Why are we putting alcohol into this? Because you're going to need to wash away what's actually in the pot pie, honey. You need to erase all memory of what you just ate. That's why they put wine in the gravy. Wine is in the gravy. He said take several seats. Tarsus says sit down or go in the kitchen and what? Go make them pancakes. All right. Go make them pancakes. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is banana. Go in the kitchen and make my pancakes. We have Tarsus talking about kangaroo pies. Now we can look it up today since we're talking about the weirdness of pies. Shepherd pies are beautiful. But from what I've learned from watching Chef Ramsay and all the cool people on the food, I was about to call it Food Nation of it. For the Food Nation of it all, when they make shepherd pies, I've always seen it only be comprised of beef, y'all. Not kangaroo or moose or the bears. So for the gravy, you can put milk, cream, and for the herbs, thyme, oregano, bay leaves, red wine, or stout beer are sometimes added for extra depth of flavor. So I'm going to put some beer in here because you can put beer in the gravy. Did you know that you could put beer in the gravy? Ladies and gentlemen, did you know? Did you know you could put a beer in the gravy? Dun, dun, dun. Anything to make you forget what you're actually eating. I guess that's what you have to do in the name of survival. In the name of survival, I will let that one slide. Crusts. They can be made with a top crust only, often puff pastry, or with both a top and bottom crust, using either a traditional pie dough or a sturdy hot water crust. A sturdy hot water crust for a pie. A heavy pie crust. I put stout in my gravy. Yeah, no, I'm thinking the dark ones. I think the dark beers would be more of a thing to put in there. Because I know when guys barbecue, they do use beer. So for in the name of pie, like a gravy, I think the brown ones would work. The darker ones. Because, I mean, from the outside looking in, it's got to be more rich in flavor. Australia in the house all day. Welcome in and high five. Welcome aboard. Man, that sounds really good though. That sounds wonderful actually. And then to serve it, I wouldn't want to, if I were to have the let's just go with the made beef pot pie. And then you put the beer in there for your gravy and stuff. You make that all nice and a little bit of rosemary. I would want the, is it pita bread? I would want pita bread to be served with that particular one. Here's customizable recipes. Customizable recipes. Recipes are highly versatile. You don't say. We're pouring beer in it. I mean, and throwing moose into the brew and bear meat. How much more versatile of a pie can you get? I saw someone earlier put in, was it you, Oliver, who said sardine pie? Come on, a fish pie? I think the first time I heard about a fish pie was probably the cartoon Heathcliff, where there were some alley cats. They hung around in the alley and they would go through the garbage cans and they would like get out the fish bones and stuff and they would make a fish pie. Good day to you. I think you would have a field trip if you ever play VR chat virtual reality. You can play as any cartoon character, animal, or thing. Yeah, that's fun because I haven't used the virtual reality goggles like Hercules the Shark's brother did. But like far as role-playing games and stuff, yeah, I pretend to be different things because it's fun. My character has been forever set on Roblox when I'm on there. I have cool hair. I have this awesome sword and I have these killer wings. Now in each game I play on there, I can dress up my character. So my character that looks the best in that representation is Meep City. And man, I look like a bad angel in there, and it's fun. Here we go, Tarzan with Likens fish pie. Recipes are highly versatile, allowing cooks to use whatever game, meat, and vegetable they have available, making them an efficient way to use up leftovers for a hunt. Well, I can understand that if you don't want your leftovers to go to waste. So I'm going to go deep dive. I'm going to skip through that and then go to the bottom and type in kangaroo pies and see what comes up. Yes. Here he comes. I'm waiting for him to get up here. And I say to myself, dun dun. Music! Dun dun dun. What a wonderful world! Dun dun dun. Yes, and I say to myself, hello everybody! What a wonderful world! Oh yeah! Dang, he be really giving it all he got, don't he? He's gonna break his little back. Oh no, he said I'm from Australia. I think kangaroo meat is underwhelming. Well, I'm actually getting ready to type in kangaroo pies. Kangaroo meat sounds savory if you do it right. Let me see here. But who am I to say? That's just my opinion. Kangaroo, can you please tell me about kangaroo pot pies, please. So we're gonna fire up the engine to see what AI overview says about kangaroo pot pies. Y'all ready? He's drooling. Quickly, get him a napkin. Get him a napkin. Here's some napkins. Tarsus is salivating all over the place. Quickly, get him some napkins. Here you go. Here's some napkins. Oh my gosh, Tarsus, what are you doing? Girl, sit down. Leave him alone. Kangaroo pot pies are a culinary dish most commonly found and enjoyed in Australia, where kangaroo meat is readily available. Not readily available. Come on. Oh, man. Just like Tarsus always says, it's okay. Kangaroo pot pies are a culinary dish most commonly found in Australia, where kangaroo meat is readily available and considered a lean, healthy, and sustainable protein source. I'm here for it. So is that considered like the fish of the land? Because I love fish because it's a guilty food. You can indulge. Especially if you get a whole fish, shove it in the oven and walk away. You can eat a whole fish guilt-free and be a pig and don't have to worry about gaining weight. You get it from the supermarket. I want some. I wonder if they sell it here. There's some places I think that I still stood the test of time, you know, post the C-19, where some restaurants didn't make it, but I still think there are a few restaurants here that still specialize in exotic food. So I would have to look to see if kangaroo meat is also served here. That is so cool. You can just go to the store and get kangaroo meat. Shouts out to the kangaroos. You know, I am so sorry. Just like the cows, you know, I'm appreciative for cows, thusly my suit. But I am also sorry because we send some of y'all to the slaughter. Yeah. You're going to the slaughter. I'm sorry, cows. So it says here, there are no specific commercial brands of kangaroo pot pies available in mainstream supermarkets in the U.S., but the meat itself can be purchased from specialty suppliers to make the pies at home. I want to do that. You don't like kangaroos? Why? Why don't you like kangaroos? Is it because they stand on two legs and it's creepy? Now, when I see them on TV, there's like a small splinter where it's kind of creepy because it's so tall on two legs, but I still like them. But it's like, and I want to hug, so I'll probably be freaking out and crying at the same time, honestly. So I'll be crying and freaking out and laughing at myself at the same time. If I were to come in close and hug a kangaroo, it'd be tons of mixed emotions. They're like, she's having a psychotic breakdown. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's just, you don't see this every day. Kangaroos are nice. Then they are sour and try to attack. Like the candy, the sweet and sour gummy candies. They say they're sweet and they're sour. So they'll like give you a Christmas gift and they'll poke you in the leg with something sharp. You're like, well, how would you do that? You just gave me a gift. They'll laugh and then they'll come back and be like, here's another gift. We're sorry. Then they'll poke you in the leg again with something sharp. It's like, why are you doing this to me? Kangaroo burgers. I am willing to try that. Shouts out to all of my cool peeps who are here from Australia. Thank you so much. It's mixed feelings, but I want to gather in and give the kangaroo a hug. Kangaroo meat is known for its distinctive flavor profile, often described as slightly gamey, but a touch sweeter than beef. Ooh, no. It is also noted for being very lean with less than 2% fat. Here we go. Let's go. 2% fat and high in protein, vitamin V, iron, and omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. So that would be a nice supplement instead of swallowing down a handful of beef liver pills every day. Why not just order you a pack of kangaroo meat? You know, if you're going to have your beef liver intake, why not do that opposed to shoving down pills? Good night to you. Thank you so much for coming in. High five. Have a safe everything. Have a good night. Thank you for coming in. Good night, owls. Thank you for joining all the cool peeps here in our wacky conversations. Thank you so much. Here he comes. See you later, man. Good night, bro. Thanks for coming in, chopping it up with the bros. Yeah. Good night. Oh, that's very kind. I'm glad you were able to catch him. So it says here, it also is noted for being very lean with less than 2% fat and high in protein, B vitamins, iron, and omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acid. Because of its leanness, kangaroo meat benefits from specific cooking methods such as slow cooking in a ragu stew, or to ensure it remains tender and does not dry out. Availability in the U.S. I may have seen Crocodile Dundee, but it's been so long, it'll be like I haven't seen it before. So that's pretty cool. So I have, but it's been so long, so I will have to watch it again. While you won't find pre-made kangaroo pot pies in most American grocery stores, kangaroo meat for home cooking is available through certain exotic meat suppliers and online retailers. See, so AI already answered the question, so I don't have to ask it. Like Fossil Farms or Chicago Games. Oh, they're still doing that. Like Fossil Farms or Chicago Game and Gourmet, where it is often sold in ground forms as medallions. The legality and availability can vary by state, with some states like California having specific restrictions on its sales. Making kangaroo pot pies. I have to read this. Just a moment. Let me get a sip of my tea and open up my cereal. Thank you guys for all the thumbs ups and for voting in the chat. Where is my... I'm opening up my cereal. Today I have a mixture. I have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And at the bottom I have Fruit Loops. So I'm eating the new cereal today. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Hi guys. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm getting ready to start reading about kangaroo pot pies. So let me find kangaroo, K-A-N-G, kangaroo. And let me find a heart, H-E-A-R-T. Oh, look at that cute little heart. And then let me put a pie. This makes me think of the Chicken Run movies, parts 1 and 2. Time to read how to make a delicious kangaroo, K-A-N-G-A-R-O-O, pot pie. All right, here we go, guys. It's time. Time to read how to make a delicious kangaroo pot pie. Wow, AI is really bringing it this morning. High five to AI. Home cooks can prepare kangaroo pot pie using a variety of recipes that treat the meat similarly to venison or beef. Common ingredients are as follows: kangaroo meat diced or ground, vegetables such as onions, carrots, and mushrooms. Oh my! Onions, carrots, and mushrooms. Oh my! Onions, carrots, and mushrooms. Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Oh! Flavor agents like red wine, stock, herbs, often native Australian ones like pepperberry or native thyme, if available, and tomato paste. Step 1. Buy a kangaroo from supermarket. Exactly. That reminds me of a video I made probably 10 years ago, how to bake a ham. It was like step 1, get live pig. Step 2, cut off his head. Step 3, place pig into rapid boiling water. Step 4, it was crazy. But thank you for that reminder. Flavor agents like red wine, herbs, often native Australian ones like peppery or native thyme if available, and tomato paste. Hello, Mooooo. Puff pastry or short crust for the top and or bottom crust. These pies are typically slow cooked to develop rich, deep flavors, making them a hearty and unique meal option. You can make a pot pie in a crock pot. I would have liked to have had more instructions on this pot pie. So what I'm going to do is ask, can I please have more instructions? On the makings of a kangaroo pot pie. I'm going to put pot pie in the crock pot. Please and thank you. So I'll let that load up and see what happens. Get kangaroo from the side of the road. I know that's right. We're not supposed to do stuff like that over here in the States. If you see a deer that's hit on the side of the road, you cannot load it up on the back of your truck and take it home. Moving forward. You know what I'm saying. Times are hard, honey. Times are hard. You mean to tell me I'm going to pass up all that fresh meat and let my family starve? Moving right along. Let me pull this up in here. I take my time. I have nothing to do, like far as rushing. I have nothing to do but sit here and get this done. Sometimes I feel rushed, but that's from my own. That's from myself. So I have to tell myself, girl, what you rushing for? I think it's because all my life we have to rush. So sometimes when I find myself just sitting here, taking my time, I feel the need to rush. That's what life would do. It'll program you to feeling like you got to move faster and you don't have to. I don't have to. So here we are. Slow cooker kangaroo pot pie instructions. I want to learn about this. Moving along. The key is to use a recipe designed for slow cooking, as kangaroo meat requires a long, slow braise to become succulent. Nice word choice. Nice word choice far as the kangaroo pot pie. Kangaroo meat, 1.5 pounds, around 600 to 700 grams, diced kangaroo steak or rump. Oh no, kangaroo rump. I'm sorry, kangaroo. I'm so sorry. Vegetables, 1 large onion diced. Now, they said large onion. I will probably want a medium onion because of this. So, okay, let me say this. I don't want to just use 1 onion. Like, I want 2 different kinds of onions or 3 variations of onions. So I will want the small onions, about onion's about the size of his head, unfortunately. I need to use you as a display. So the size of his head, I will want onions. I will want a white onion, then I will want the purple onion, and then I will want some of those onions, those tall onions. Sometimes I forget the name of the words, but those tall onions. So I will need a mix of onions to put in there. So it says here vegetable, 1 large onion diced, 2 to 3 carrots diced or chunked, and 2 potatoes diced, 2 garlic cloves crushed or minced, mushrooms optional. Liquid, 2 to 3 cups of beef stock or broth plus water if needed, and that's where you add your the adult beverage of beer in there too when you're making your beef, your broth. Excuse me. Flavoring salt, reduced tomato sauce, oyster sauce, salt, pepper, herbs, thyme or bay leaves are great. Thickening agent, corn flour, cornstarch, and cold water slurry. Pastry, store-bought or homemade puff pastries or short crust pastry sheets. Thank you. Shallots. Egg wash, 1 beaten egg for glazing the pastry. Y'all, this sounds so good. If y'all don't want to do all that cooking for the holidays, I recommend a pot pie or a kangaroo pot pie if you want to feel exotic. Definitely mushrooms. Put those puppies in there. Don't they taste great? Directions. Prepare the meat and vegetables. Place the diced kangaroo meat, onion, carrots, potatoes, garlic, and other desired vegetables into your slow cooker. Add liquids and seasoning. Pour the beef stock, tomato sauce, oyster sauce, and seasonings into the slow cooker. Add enough water to just cover the ingredients if necessary. Slow cook. Cover the slow cooker and cook on low for 6 to 8 hours or until the meat is completely tender and falling apart. The low heat is crucial for breaking down the kangaroo meat without drying it out. You don't want the meat to be tough because it will make the dish less enjoyable. You don't want to sit around chewing food all day. You might as well go eat some grass. Thicken the gravy. Thicken the gravy. In the last 30 minutes of cooking, mix a few tablespoons of corn flour with an equal amount of cold water to form a smooth paste. Slurry. Stir the slurry into the stew mixture in the slow cooker to thicken the gravy. Continue cooking for the final 30 minutes. Cool the filling. Once the filling is cooked and thickened, remove it from the slow cooker and let it cool to room temperature. This is important to prevent the pastry from becoming soggy when you assemble the pie. You don't want that to become soggy. It is very good pot pie. I would eat it off your boot if you had to. Man, that's pretty tough. Well, we've got pies in the chat. And in reference to kangaroo pie, it do sound good, though. I'm willing to give it a try. And now that I know I can just order it online, that's a wonderful thing to know. I don't want it freeze dried. You know, I did see like you can order venison, jerky online. That's not my cup of tea. I would rather just be like they said, the hamburger that you can order. About 5 pounds will be sufficient for me. 5 pounds. And then take it from there as time goes by. Kangaroo pie seems crazy. Kangaroos I never thought to look at their hands. I just see everything else. Wow, that's cool. They have hands. So they have digits like us too. Man, kangaroos, that'd be cool. Assemble the pies. Preheat the oven. Ooh, the fun part. Assemble the pies, guys. Preheat your oven according to the pastry package directions, usually around 400 Fahrenheit to 200 Celsius. Spoon the cool kangaroo filling into individual oven-proof ramekins or a large pie dish. Cool, that's cool. Kangaroos are so cute and they taste good. Tarsus. All right, kind of, but fully digited. That's good enough. They have functioning fingers. That's fine by me. That's nice to know. Wow. I like when I see them and they have on shorts. That's pretty cool. Wow, long time no see. Thanks for coming in, Lord Kevin. Put the pastry, it's got spoon the cool kangaroo filling into individual oven-proof ramekins or large pie dish. Cut the pastry to fit top of your dishes, a little larger than the rim. Yeah, you want the crust to go over it intentionally. Brush the edges of the dish with egg wash, then place the pastry lid over the filling and press the edges to seal. To seal, cut a small X or a few slits into the center of the pastry top to allow steam to escape. Brush the top of the pastry with the remaining egg wash for a golden finish. No. Bake. Place the dishes on a baking sheet and bake for 25 to 40 minutes or until the pastry is full and golden brown. Don't this sound good, y'all? Thank you guys for all the cute little pictures and stuff I see flying and floating around here. Thank you so much. Thanks for the love, guys. THAN. It says here, of course you have to serve it, but the recipe would not be complete unless you fully walk out the thing. When you're making a cookbook, it's best not to assume that they know the simple things like that, because once again, we have people of all ages who cook. So we have novice cooks and stuff too. So let's say we have a 12-year-old want to make a kangaroo pie. It would be wise to say simple things like that. Don't forget to set your timer so you won't burn the pie. When you're done, place the pie on a pie mat so you won't burn the countertop and ruin the counters and your mom or dad be mad. Stuff like that. Serve. Allow the pot pies to rest for 5 to 10 minutes before serving, as the contents will be extremely hot. Serve with a side of steamed greens, or mashed potatoes. Little guy never makes us pancakes. He only did it the one time, and that was last week. But usually these two are in the kitchen making pancakes for themselves. They only make pancakes for themselves. Why are you talking about us, Elay? We make pancakes for ourselves because you're on live stream and you shouldn't be eating. Yeah, Elay's on live stream and she shouldn't be eating. So we're going to go back in the kitchen and eat our pancakes. See what I mean? At least have them waiting for me. They don't do that. They say I shouldn't be eating on the live stream, but I eat cereal on here almost every day. For an authentic Australian touch, consider adding mountain pepper berries or a splash of Australian dark ale to the stew mixture for extra flavor depth. That sounds good. Hansel and Gretel, they might as well be, because they're on their own little team in their own little world, and they always expect to, they do get their checks on time on Friday, but what they're starting to expect is to be let go early from work on Fridays. I'm like, no, you did it a couple of times. You're not going anywhere until your day is through. They're like, can we leave early? Can we get our checks and leave early? I'm like, no, you cannot get your check and leave early. You just did that already. They sold out and do commercials for hydrocortisone. Hydro what? Hydrocortisone! 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 Funko Pop product placement. Ooh. Shout out to all of my cool peeps who go over to the Team Funko. We got the funk. I do have another YouTube channel. I haven't been active on it in a while, but it's still standing, and you can find a fleet of a fleet of these Funkos where they have personalities of their own. They do Funko Pop product placements, and they function like average humans. They cook food, fry chicken, fuss amongst one another, and have confrontations. It's a mess. I'm going to check out the survey here and see what my cool peeps are saying. So pick a flower you would give to family and friends for the holiday season. Wow, we've got some more people who voted. It changed up the scales of voting. Roses are coming in at 52%. The roses are still in the lead. Carnations are at 15% now. And sunflowers are at 33%. So in the very beginning, like the first half hour of the morning Mooooo, we talked about, I asked which flower is best to give friends and family for Thanksgiving. And so it says here, roses often associated with romance. Roses in warm autumn hues like peach, orange, and deep red are very appropriate for Thanksgiving. Peach roses specifically symbolize gratitude and appreciation, while yellow roses convey warmth and friendship. And for the ones of you who chose carnations, I chose carnations as a flower that I would want to give my family and friends for the holiday seasons. Carnations, these ruffled blooms are long-lasting and come in various fall colors, including burgundy, orange, and cream. Oh my! Burgundy, orange, and cream. Oh my! They represent admiration and distinction, ensuring your thoughtful gesture can be enjoyable for extended periods. And now that you guys have selected sunflowers, this is the symbolic meaning for sunflowers for the holiday season. This one in particular. Sunflowers exude warmth and happiness with their bright yellow petals. They represent adoration, loyalty, and longevity, making them a cheerful way to express thanks to those who have been steadfast in your life. So if you're interested in giving something other than food, consider a beautiful flower to give to your family or friends, or to have decorated into your home this harvest season. I like to call it the harvest season. I don't like to call it fall, but I understand fall because leaves are falling. I like to call it harvest. It sounds more festive, and it is another season of giving. I think every season is a season of giving. Quite frankly, humans are designed to naturally be free to give. But this world made it where you don't want to be as giving because you might get taken advantage of. But in the season of giving, and this particular time, these are the flowers that you can give. And I like to get my flowers from the grocery store. They have, to me, some of the best flowers ever. I mean, if you don't want to go to a nursery, if you don't want to go there, I recommend getting your flowers from a grocery. Kroger's is where I get mine from. So thank you for participating in the survey. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. But since we've already went past the first hour of the morning Mooooo. Morning Mooooo Monday Motivational Madness, helping Mooooo and Mooooo power Mooooo your work week. We're already hour and a half in practically. So we've learned about the miracles and joys of kangaroo pie, and I want to try it. It actually sounds fun. So let's see here. I like Baby Yoda. He's adorable. But you know what? I don't think he's on my thermos. No, he's not on here. So I will have to be in the market for another Star Wars thermos with Baby Yoda. When I was little, I liked this guy because he was cute. Oh, give him a big ham and some flowers. I like that idea. High five. Oh, how about a ham tray and some crackers? Well, a ham tray consists of crackers. A ham tray sounds fun. I think I would enjoy a ham tray. Or like in high school, we used to sell cheese and sausage trays. A cheese and sausage tray would be nice. Shout out to the cheese and sausage trays. I see those at grocery stores too. If you don't want to make your own. And then you can put fruits and stuff on there too. Oh, hang on. I've got stuff falling down under here. It's a little bit disorganized under the desk today because I set up things differently. I need to adjust my feet so my leg don't fall asleep. Just a moment. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in. Excuse me. Good morning to you. I had to adjust my leg so it don't fall asleep on me. Oh boy. Obviously, I'm sitting on the floor, right? That's better. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sitting on this floor. Let me adjust. I have the remote control here because I have Netflix playing in the background. And any moment it's going to stop and be like, are you still watching? And I have to push yes, and then wait for it to ask me again, are you still watching? And then check the option, stop asking me. So Netflix is still going right now in the background. Yup, I have Netflix on, and I had to readjust how I was sitting. I feel better now. So we talked about moose pie. We didn't even get to the birds, y'all. I was stuck on for a minute. Bear pot pies. Yeah, I'm still on Netflix. I want to read about the bear pot pie. Tarsis patiently waited from last Thursday when I had the Freestyle Thursdays. We talked about chicken pot pies and regular pot pies in general. So I wanted to talk about it again today in Morning Mooooo. So we talked about kangaroo pot pies. We just finished that. So I'm getting ready to ask AI overview about bear pot pies. But I'm going to ask, how popular are they? Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Now, I've never seen a ship before. Not a ship one. That's really nice. Cool. Thank you for that. There's the stars, the sea, the ship. I'm quite sure Hercules the shark likes pot pies. You guys voted last Friday for like Hercules' meal. I wonder how that turned out. You guys voted for Hercules to make baked chicken and green beans. The week before last, he had some issues in the kitchen. That's why he didn't talk to me all last week. Remember I was saying like on Thursday, I didn't hear from Hercules, or it was during Basket Head. You guys were asking, how is Hercules, and you miss him. And I usually could give you updates because he will always call me. But he didn't call me last week. He only sent a text message, but come to find out he didn't want to bother me because he had a situation where his brother almost burned down the house. So he was kind of embarrassed. Yeah, so Hercules is doing this thing, and hopefully he's not burning down the house, but he's preparing to dish you guys baked chicken and green beans, and we'll hear all about how that went on Friday. Hercules will slaughter a curried fish pot pie. Man, maybe he can have that for his birthday. There's so much to know about your boy Hercules the shark. Backed by popular demand. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. I like him too. He makes me laugh. Hercules. Hercules rocks. That's my boy. How can you not like him? He's a character. There we go. Shouts out to Hercules. I know he's probably listening to us somewhere in the background. Can you please? No, what I was going to ask, what are some popular ways to... Oh, I had thought of a really cool question. To prepare bear pot pies, please. So I'm typing a question in to AI overview. Hercules rocks. You gotta go? Well, I'm sorry about that, but you did get to come in and you got some updates on your boy Hercules the shark. Thank you for coming in, Fries 123. Bye, Fries. Let me put some fries in the chat. You have a safe evening, morning, or good night. Thank you so much for coming in. I know, right? I'm looking for the fries. I'm looking for the fries emoji in mine too. And I know I'm spelling fries right, but it's still not coming up. So I'll type in French. I cannot spell fries correctly. Fries, bye Fries. That's really cool. Thank you for coming in. Bye Fries. My fries. My fries. That's what they say on McDonald's commercials. Those are my fries. Hercules brought you here. Cool. Shouts out to Hercules for bringing more cool people into our weekly shenanigans. This is the Morning Moo. Today in particular is Morning Moo Monday Motivational Madness, helping Mooooo and Moo Power moo your work week. Thank you for coming in. We're celebrating the life of the cows, because if it wasn't for cows, there will be no tailgating, there will be no barbecues, and there wouldn't be no Burger King. So we have to give a shout out to the cows. If it weren't for cows, we wouldn't have wonderful food to eat. Yes, cows in the chat, if you don't mind, if you want to. We have a little song. We said that. We sang it already, but it goes like this. Harmonica, please. Ooh, cows in the chat, cows in the chat, moo. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat, moo. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat. And I'll say something on the lines of, ladies and gentlemen, children, pets, plants, animals, artificial intelligence, all living, breathing things here on the planet Earth, and the things that have not been acknowledged yet. They say America is the melting pot, and they're wrong. Planet Earth is the one true melting pot. And thank you all for coming in to Morning Moo Monday Motivational Madness with Elay TV, and we celebrate the beautifulness of cows. We will also take the time out to ask NASA, the science people in the government, since they're playing around in the science labs, unleashing so many crazy things on planet Earth, why not go back into the science lab and give us a unicorn as a peace offering? And the strawberry cow. You know, they're like, yo, we messed up big time making all this weird stuff. We want to send you an apology. Here's a unicorn and a strawberry cow. I'm like, thank you. We don't ask for much. The world is, y'all have the world going down in flames, and you're placing the blame on cows. You say global warming, you place that on cows, and the impending alleged doom is placed on cows. So I'm sorry, cows, that they're placing global warming and the alleged impending doom of planet Earth on you. They're putting all the blame on Moooo. Moooo. It's our fault. They blaming us and they need us at the same time. I'm so sorry, cows. I am so sorry. Here at Elay TV, we like to take a little bit of time out to say, we're so sorry. Hey guys, thank you for coming in. It is November 24th, 2025, and the time is 6:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm chatting with all my cool peeps from the beautiful state of Georgia. Georgia. Georgia all the way through. Shout out to my boy Ray Charles, Mr. You Got the Right One, baby. I don't know, can you imagine a mad wild unicorn? These will be peaceful. You know, unicorns have been peaceful. If they had a unicorn on He-Man, it's always been peaceful. If they had a unicorn on Dragon Ball Z, it will probably be peaceful. Unicorns are peaceful, and we have a team of ninjas over here we've devoted ourselves to protect the unicorns when they allow this to happen. We are already ready. So we'll promise to keep the unicorn safe from Voldemort, from Harry Potter, because you know Harry Potter, the Voldemort from Harry Potter, he ate unicorns, and it hasn't really been determined that Voldemort is gone because he died in a magic land, and you know magic lives on, so Voldemort is probably still alive. So we have to protect the unicorns at all costs. And the strawberry cows. Kind of terrifying. Terrifying. We have killer unicorns on the loose. No, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. It's so, child. It's so. Brace yourself for impact. No, don't tell me anything like that. It cannot be true. Hey, so yes, we need strawberry cows and some unicorns as a peace offering from NASA people for tearing up this world with their fancy schmancy toys. And the world will go back to minding their business. We will all go back to minding our business. Shouts out to the VIDS cartoon. It's called the VIDS, yeah. He's the Wiz and he lives. And I like to say, outside. Na 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 da 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 da. It's the Wiz. Woo! That's a good movie. I'm checking out a couple of things. Also, protect unicorns from cowboys. Oh, tell me all about it. We have to, because they're gonna want to hunt it down for treasure. I'm like, isn't the unicorn being a live treasure enough? Now you want to hunt it down? See, those are people we have to protect unicorns from. Oh my goodness, no, she don't. My niece makes her unicorns toys fight. Girl, no. I never thought of that. I had Barbie dolls and they were always fighting. I never thought that to have my little ponies fighting amongst themselves because they were ponies. You know, I never thought of that. Oh my goodness. I had to come see the comment. It's true. My niece makes her unicorn toys fight. Girl, why? My little pony shouldn't be fighting. Oh my goodness, girl. Dang. No, unicorns got tired of being down here on this bogus planet where people are acting like idiots. I believe unicorns still exist, but they're in a deep state of hiding, and some of them did go through some type of starship to transport themselves to a better time. I need them to come back, and we'll put them on the preserve, you know, for endangered species, although they're not. We'll ask them to come back out from hiding, and the life will go on. Unicorns don't want to have anything to do with humans. They say we too wild. But now we have a coalition of people who care and will want to protect them. So some of them might come out. Not unicorn rodeo. No. Exactly. If they're with the homosexuals, that's the term, that's the correct term for Bigfoot. And I learned that from watching cartoons. I didn't learn that in school. Moving forward, wasted all my years in school, what, to learn that bullies exist and there's a such thing as poor people and rich people, and if you're not rich, you trash. I learned all the things in school that I wish I did not learn, that have left permanent scars in the way I view this world. Thanks a lot to school. I'll tell you all about it. The host of this stream... Thank you guys for coming in, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I am not leaving. I'm just having a good time, lightly winding down with you guys as we talk about all the various types of game pot pies. Last Thursday, we talked about your traditional chicken pot pie, beef, and vegetable pot pie. I wanted to dive back in and talk about the game pot pies. You know there's a such thing as bear pot pie. I had that on the queue, and I'm going to read all about it. Yeah, all memories. Thanks, school. I can gladly put my hands behind my back and say, school taught me everything about life. It did, that it could be trash and bullies exist and they're going to always exist. NASA was wasting money doing whatever they should be bringing back to them. I tell you, that's where all the money is going. I tell you, they be wasting money. If we ran NASA for a day, we'll have the world will be filled with beautiful creatures again. Let me get back to here. So in reference to the pot pies, did I bring the right thing up? Can you please tell me about pot pies? Yeah, so we're talking about game pot pies right now. And in between that, I deviate from the pot pies topic and I read the survey, because the survey asked, which flower you would choose for the holiday season. And I'll have you know, certain flower colors mean different things. Strawberry cow pot pie. Oh, that actually sounds interesting. Oh, there's a song, it's old now, called Bully. That song was my saving grace, you know. We've got here, what are some popular ways to prepare bear pot pies? When preparing bear pot pies, the primary considerations are ensuring food safety by cooking the meat thoroughly, and of course, but there are people who don't know. When preparing bear pot pies, the primary considerations are ensuring food safety by cooking the meat thoroughly and using cooking methods and ingredients that complement its rich, sometimes strong flavor. Bear meat. Bear meat? Ellie, what are you talking about, bear meat? We're talking about bear meat. Now get out of the shot. Get out of the way. Oh my gosh, all in the way. You making me lose where I'm at. Cooking the meat thoroughly and using cooking methods and ingredients that complement rich, sometimes strong flavor. Bear meat must reach an internal temperature of at least 165 Fahrenheit or 74 Celsius to get rid of potential trichinella parasites. I picked rose. I only have one tattoo, and it's a rose. Cool. Tarsus picked a rose. Oh, wow, that actually sounds good. Winnie the Pooh honey pot pie. I know that's right, Tarsus. Take several seats and go fix them dang pancakes. He's all in the camera. I cannot. Key preparations methods. So before I read the key preparation methods, the rose, since you guys picked roses, which flower is best to give friends and family for Thanksgiving? For the rose, it means, while often associated with romance, roses in warm autumn hues like peach, orange, and deep red are very appropriate for Thanksgiving. Peach roses specifically symbolize gratitude and appreciation, while yellow roses convey warmth and friendship. So, if you're interested in giving your friends roses, they have particular colors to symbolize certain things. The hardest part is trapping the bear. Tell me all about it. You know, is it really worth it? You're better off getting kangaroo meat opposed to hunting a dang on bear. So the key preparation methods in making unicorn, I mean, oh no, not unicorn meat, in making, there we go, a bear pot pie is as follow. Bear meat is typically prepared in two main ways for pot pies. I need to switch my screen around, guys, and bring the text closer to me. Yogi Bear seems easy to trap, but he eats so much people food. He may not taste wild and organic. The goal of capturing and eating anything in the category of gamey foods is to actually taste the rusticness and the naturalness of the nature from which they fed on. If you get Yogi Bear, you won't even be able to tell the distinction between people food or if you actually eat a bear. Unless we have Yogi Bear. I don't want to involve Yogi Bear like that. Let me see here. Key preparations methods for a bear pot pie. Can you believe I'm even reading this? Bear meat is typically prepared in two main ways for pot pie. Slow cooked in the stew or used as ground meat in the tortilla. French Canadian meat pie style. Slow cooking in a stew. Slow cooking is the most popular method for diced bear meat. Oh man, not diced. Not diced bear meat. Y'all gonna have some diced bear meat for the holidays. Y'all. Snuffleupagus pot pie. Unfortunately, it might be really sweet. If we had Snuffleupagus, bless his heart, from Sesame Street, it will probably be sweet and sour. I think Snuffleupagus meat will be like sweet and sour sauce. That sounds so interesting. Though I heard a bear is only good if they have been snacking on blueberries. Yeah, only its natural, only from its natural environment where I think that a bear would be good. So we've got one of the fun parts, braising liquids. Yogi joined the conversation. Yes, because who said that? Jay Brown said, you have a point. Yogi Bear, he brought up Yogi Bear and he said, oh my gosh, now he said Yogi Bear might have diabetes. Yogi Bear might have diabetes. So he said earlier, Yogi Bear seems easy to trap. And then we expounded on that, talking about, I don't know, his Yogi Bear's meat might be good because all he do is eat people food. And he started laughing and said, Yogi Bear might have diabetes. I mean, it's tough out here already. We'll need double diabetes, nothing. Welcome back, Fries. I'm glad you're able to join us. Crackling sweet, skin sweet and sour. Yeah, I think that's what Snuffleupagus will be like, sweet and sour. And unfortunately, it seems like it will have it's giving pork. When you we are savages. We up here talking about roasted Snuffleupagus. No. We're actually having a conversation about how will Snuffleupagus taste as we roast them over an open fire. I think he would have, it would be on the side of pork. Sweet, real sweet. You know, I tell you that much for sure. I'm here for it, unfortunately. Snuffleupagus, I think he is. Let me sidebar that minute. I'm gonna open up a tab and see. Oh, is Snuffleupagus the character? I'm gonna give you that answer in a minute. I'm struggling trying to spell all these words, but I'm gonna get there. I think he's an elephant, but we're gonna get that today. Considered an elephant? I've always guessed that Snuffleupagus was an elephant. It says here, no, the character Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street is not considered an elephant. He is an entirely different species. Although he shares some physical similarities with elephants, he is adamant that he is a Snuffleupagus, not an elephant. Well, there you go. He's a newfound species called the Snuffleupagus. I guess we got some answers, some clarity on that. He is not an elephant. He has his own name and is his own creature. Yes, my precious. With features. Yes, my precious. What's Tater's precious? He is not an elephant. He is his own name and is his own creature. With features like a long trunk, shaggy brown hair, and large eyelashes. But he is not an elephant. He is a Snuffleupagus. On the show, there's even a song that emphasizes this difference, stating, I am not an elephant. I am a Snuffleupagus. End quote. The confusion. Of course, the confusion. The confusion likely comes from his large pachyderm-like appearance, which includes the trunk prompting the question in the first place. Shouts out to AI Overview for helping us figure out what in the world is Snuffleupagus. Those eyelashes are iconic. Yes, he's not an elephant, Fries. Oh my gosh, what's going on, Sizzle Moo son? Bam, high five. Long time no see in the morning. Good morning to you. I've learned something new today. Sizzle Moo son, did you know Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street is not an elephant? He is a Snuffleupagus and he is a creature of his own. Tell me all about it. So now that I've learned something new every day, am I going to be willing to accept this information? Or am I going to continue calling him an elephant? Well, he is going to be an elephant in my mind because that's what he looks like, but he's a Snuffleupagus. I always learn something on Elay TV episode. Thank you so much, Tarsus. Y'all be learning so much stuff every day. Learning can be boring. So I can say this. Long as you find something you're interested in, you're always going to be learning. And you'll be able to apply that some way, somehow into your daily life. Like I said, I learned some of the biggest words, not from school, but from watching TV and favorite TV shows. Thank you for that like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Sizzle Moo son, for saying that. Yeah, he is a unique being. It says here, according to AI, he is an adamant that he is a Snuffleupagus and not an elephant. He has his own name and is his own creature. That's adorable, you know. Like, I'm an individual. I have my own name and I am my own me. It's like only one me. There's this prosperity gospel man always saying, often imitated, never duplicated. I am the one and the only. So, fill in the blank, Snuffleupagus. Shouts out to Snuffleupagus. I can't wait to apply this. Tarsus, come on. You're funny. Great tea. Let me go back to where we left off. So yes, we learned about snuffleupagus, and we are right into the cooking preparations of a bear pot pie. Bear pot pie. Slow cooking is the most popular method for diced bear meat. Man, as it helps tenderize the meat and create a rich gravy. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the gravy. So bear gravy. So you know what, y'all? Let's take it up a notch. So we're in the spirit of reading about bear pot pie now. So if you did get diced bear meat, and the way they described it, you know, that will be good. You know how they have mashed potatoes with gravy and the meat chunks? I think that it will make for good bear chunks with a heaping scoop of mashed potatoes. So you want to put some carrots in there and some potatoes. Ooh, I think that might be something good. Yeah, I think that would be really good, right? I think it might. I think they're on to something right here. Thank you, Sizzle Musan, for that. I'm leaning into that. That sounds really good. So here we go, far as what they recommend. AI Overview recommends. It says here, the meat is often braised in flavorful liquids like beef stock, red wine, stout, or dark ale for several hours. This process not only tenderizes the meat, but also helps mellow any strong or gamey flavors. Ooh, aromatics and vegetables. Onions, carrots, celery, oh my, and garlic are common additions, providing a pot pie flavor base. This sounds really good, y'all. Mushrooms like Tarsus added for the kangaroo pie, to which we read about. Herbs, thyme, rosemary, bay leaves, and Worcestershire. Here we go. Worcestershire sauce or soy sauce are also frequently used to build depth. It's funny because some days I can say Worcestershire sauce easy, and sometimes I stumble over it. And when I was saying it, I laugh at. Remember Triple G's, the Triple G's cook show? Sometimes he pretend to mess it up, and sometimes he don't say it right neither. I don't know if he's pretending to stumble over it, but it's funny. Thickening. A roll, butter or flour mixture or cornstarch slurry is used to thicken the braised liquid into a savory gravy before it is poured into the pie dish. This sounds good. Onions and the gravy. The onions and the gravy alone sounds interesting. Just pour that over my mashed potatoes. I love peas and carrots the most in my hot pot. Oh, you do? Okay. You call them hot potties. That's cute. That's cute. Hot potties. I like it. Oh man, hot potties. I like that. Let me adjust my seating again so my leg don't fall asleep on me too tough. There we go. So the next step is we're on step number 2, using ground meat. And it says tortilla style. I'm not sure what that means. I think it means something about ground meat, because this is what it said earlier. Using ground meat or tortilla style. Bear meat can also be ground and mixed with other ingredients for a traditional highly seasoned meat pie filling. Mixing with other meats. Oh, wow, you're gonna mix it? Bear meat can be very lean, particularly spring bear. Not spring bear. Hi, welcome in. So we have seasonal bears. So we have bears where their taste may taste better, like seasonally. Come on. So this is what it says. Because bear meat can be very lean, particularly spring bear. Spring bear. It is often ground with fattier meats like bacon ends, okay, or fatty pork shoulder. Fatty pork shoulder to improve moisture and texture. Shouts out to the Bear Pies, BEAR. Bear pies. Strong seasoning. Tortilla-style bear pies often rely on warm, robust spices like cinnamon. Oh, you know what? That would be good. Oh, wow, y'all. This will be good served with a couple of heaping tablespoons of dressing. Bear-style pies often rely on warm, robust spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, oh my, and allspice, which give the pie a unique festive flavor profile and effectively mask any undesirable bear meat notes. I like that. In Australia, we sometimes call pies dog eyes. Are you serious? Oh, not bear dressing, like bear meat served with dressing, or like how you have the bear. So bear and the turkey gravy, but it'll be bear with the carrots and the yummy gravy, and serve that on the side with some dressing. And we call to, are you serious? It sounds like diner talk. You know, in certain diners, they all have different diner speak. So it's like you guys have your own form of diner talk when you say different foods. That's really neat. Wow. That's really neat, the sayings. Cooking bear fat. Dead horse on your dog eyes. That's crazy. So ketchup on your pies. So that's what the deli talk would be. I think bear meat smoked low. Oh yeah, in the smoker. That's right. We haven't even touched on the facets, or should I say the miracles of smoking meat in the smoker. Bear meat in the smoker. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Or should I say, and I say to myself, ah yes, what a wonderful food. Oh yes. Whew. I like bear brisket. Bear brisket or biscuit. He said brisket, like brisket. A dog named Brisket. Now that's the story. I never thought to smoke it, but boy, that sounds downright delicious. Y'all, it is Thursday, not Thursday, if only. It is Monday, November 24th, 2025, and to me, it seems like Thanksgiving. It's going to be stuck into my memory for till Kingdom Come that Thanksgiving is on the 24th. It's not. Thanksgiving is a couple of days away, but I'm still stuck on it being on November 24th. So for me, it personally is Thanksgiving to me. No, I have not had bear before, but I want to try that along with kangaroo meat. We talked about kangaroo pot pies and the preparation and all that stuff, and the gravy, and putting the beer in there for the gravy and the sauce. And now we're over here talking about bear pot pies and the smokiness. Thank you so much. High five. Thank you. So food safety is paramount. Cooking bear fat. A notable aspect of bear meat preparation is the use of rendered bear fat. Lard. Bear lard! Bear lard. When I think of lard, I only think of lard coming only from pigs. Bear lard. BEARLARD. What the H? I'm over here laughing. Let me put bear lard. That's crazy. Have you heard of bear lard? No, not until today. Let me find my cursor. My mouse. I have my mouse, but I'm trying to find my cursor so I can click to where's my cursor? Where's my cursor? My cursor. Don't you just love when your cursor like magically disappears? Yes, it pretty much means fat. And you can buy sticks of lard in the grocery store. That is so funny. My can Yeah, my cursor it disappeared, and I cannot find it. I'm even using the pad that's built into this Chromebook, and it's not coming up. I think my computer is frozen. So I need to figure it out so I can read the rest of the article. Let me try something. My computer, like, it's the holiday season. Why are you still working? Because the show must go on. The show will go on. Y'all gonna be here on my same schedule. I'm not changing anything. I'm gonna be here Monday through Friday. Well, Monday through Thursday. I'm even gonna be here live in the morning on the actual Thanksgiving Day. But yeah, my computer's frozen. I don't want to have to start this puppy over. Let me see what happened. The cursor is in the cursor section. Up. Thank you. There's a commercial where it says, "Thank you, Captain Obvious." I'm gonna try that. How to unfreeze my computer. It's back. It's back. It's a Christmas miracle. It's a miracle. Sometimes it'd be the obvious answer, but you just don't think about it. I'm talking about myself because it's not expected to happen. Thank you guys for helping me troubleshoot. I found it. Thank you guys for helping me. I just found the cursor and I pressed a couple of buttons. Not anything in particular, not any codes or anything. I just pressed space bar several times and then it showed up from the top right corner. Welcome in. Thank you. Wow, all the way from Cancun. I found it. It's working now, guys. So I'm going to put in my bear lard. I was actually typing how hearing about bear lard made me laugh, and I wanted to show you that through expressions. So there it is, bear lard, guys. Hercules was probably trying to sabotage the computer. I wouldn't be surprised. Hercules needs to stop. I know he's around here watching it. He's watching us, but he's not going to confess to it. He only watches the show to see if you guys are talking about him. I don't think he's watching it to support me. I roll. He's just watching it to see what you guys have to say about him. But that's okay. We hired him and he is here to stay. Thank you so much for coming. Cows are smart. They know to keep to themselves and be quiet and eat healthy. What more could you want from a cow? What more could you want from me? Shouts out Tyrese. Moving forward, we have successfully and smoothly rolled into hour number 2. Time flies when we are having fun. I'm not leaving just yet. I'm just actually paying attention to the time. You know, I'm streaming live from my Android phone, right? And at the top left, there's the X button to close the video. And then next to it is my live. It says that I'm on live. And then right next to the live button is a counter to let me know how long I've been on here. And then the next to that, it shows me at the top how many people are in here currently. And next to that is how many likes I have. And there's this new feature that's been recently added, or I'm just not noticing. It says top fans. But even though the stuff is right in my face every time I go live, isn't it weird that I ignore it? So it's like when you get so used to seeing something, you may just not pay it any attention because you're focused on what's more important at that time. Although all these things at the top of the monitor are important. How many people are in here, how many likes you have in top fans, and how much time. What's more important out of all of those is me talking and interacting with you guys, right? So when I actually do decide to intentionally look at the clock, it's like, man, that much time has passed every single time since I've been on YouTube live streaming. Oh, it gets me every time, guys. I still think Hercules a bit. Oh yeah, no, you think Hercules bit the lady in New York? He is not going to like that. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining the Cool Peeps and I. Boy, if you make it on this Friday's live, he's coming on Friday, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, y'all. If you tell him that, he's going to have a fit. You might make his blood pressure go back up. If Hercules stick to the script, he won't get dropped. Especially when he do his Fusion Friday music section. Y'all, I asked Hercules to please do a Music Friday section, a Fusion Friday section, because I love music. And until I can get around to doing the music like I really want to, I need him to keep the music segment alive for me for Fridays. And he's got one job, y'all. J Brown 223, Tarsus, y'all know Hercules has one job, and that's to stick to the script. And he is deviating off of the script, ad-libbing, having to rant. I had to figure out how to reel him in. Yeah, and YouTube has new features now where you have points to give hypes to original creators. I don't think I'll be able to do that until I get monetized. Unfortunately, I don't even like saying that word monetized because it's more to it than monetized. You get to unlock features. So I looked at my numbers this morning. I have 185. Is it? I think I have like 185 more hours to go. Let me look. But once, and that's to the 3,000 mark. They have two tiers. The 3,000 watch hour, that's what I'm striving for right now, in the 4,000 watch hour. Now I was confused and I had to educate myself because last week you guys were asking where was I watch hours and how close I was to monetization, and I was saying I was confused because there were two charts. So I figured out my answers. There are two charts on the algorithm. There's the earned chart. That's the one I need to go by, the one that's called earned. And then there's another one that shows up as green, and that's like the algorithm chart where it combines all my watch time hours from deleted videos, videos I have private that I've done this year, videos that I have marked as unlisted, and it was counting the watch time hour for my shorts. So I was going by the wrong chart. So the chart I need to go by is the one that actually says earned. So currently, I'm going to go to YouTube Studio and give you guys the exact figure of how close I am. But once that happens, I believe I'll have access to hype it. Sharks don't drink water. No, at least Hercules drink Powerade. And now he's discovered the joys of Coca-Cola. Hercules is trying to get all the hype. And that sounds like Hercules the shark so bad. So right now, I am currently at, here it is. So as today, I have 2,813 watch hours. So whatever 3,000 minus 2,813 watch hours is, I did the math earlier. That's how many more watch hours I have to go. Excuse me, before I can get monetized or become a YouTube partner and enter the first tier. So yeah, I do hype other people's videos, the ones that have access to it. So yeah, thank you for inquiring, and that's where I'm at. But someday soon, you guys are going to wake up, and me too, and be able to see that feature is available. I'm going to celebrate. I can tell you that since we are actually getting closer. I want to celebrate reaching the 3,000 watch hour. And the plan is to have cupcakes or cake or something. I know the colors of the cupcakes and or cakes I'll be eating to celebrate that. So I'm excited, guys. Have to celebrate your wins. You guys, thank you so much for asking. So that's the information on that. Moving forward. We were talking the not barbecue shark. Ha! I'm sorry, Hercules. He's not going to like that. So not barbecue shark. I have a new feature that popped up. I'll try that in the next live. It's a new feature that popped up, guys. It says effects tab, but I think it's got all these cool filters. Right now it says it's got the road to my right, which would be your left. On this live stream vertical on my cell phone, it's got the rotate option, the mute the microphone, and it's got these stars. And the stars is effects. I'm going to open it and tell you what it's got. It's got the effects now, so I can have makeup, and it's got lenses, the kaleidoscope effects, and all that cool stuff. I think I'll try out the effects when I go live stream on my second video today. I think the effects is like green screen type thing. That's an option, and I'll read the other ones that are provided. It's got mirror side, sibling, kaleidoscope, skeleton. It's got underwater. Oh, big head. You guys, you want me? I wonder if they have a cow filter. They've got extra eyes, blue retro, mirror static, dance party, thumbnail, mosaic bloom, and the last two are retro and Reddit glasses. They've got makeup, and they have, what else? It's taking forever for the makeup one to load. Let me go to the lenses feature. So I'm reading you guys the features that they have right now. I'm sharing this stuff with you. I'm looking to see if they have anything in reference to Kyle. They have radioactive, horror TV. Now, Tarsus, you use that? Did you use that feature? Because one of your shorts, it gives like this spooky effect. It's really cool, guys. If you're interested, Tarsus, he's got some YouTube shorts, and if you're into horror and stuff like that, that type of artistic stuff, he's got that stuff on there. So we've got X-ray, blue retro, dance party, infrared, thermal, and retro. So as of now, I don't have any animal effects, guys. Nope. And the makeup one was taking forever to load up. So I'm just going to skip that one. But no cow ones yet. The cow costume will be CGI going forward. Oh, that's so lazy. Yeah, guys, I didn't feel like wearing my cow suit today, so I just CGI'd my cow costume. That is so lazy. Not a Popeye filter. That would be cool, wouldn't it? So no, we don't have any food filters yet, or cows, or stickers, but maybe in the future we'll be able to have something cool like that, hey? So I'm going to try one of these filters on live, and the one I'm going to use is the big head one, all right? I'm a little nervous because I don't want the live stream to freeze in the middle of it. So there's a feature I'm going to try live on here with you guys. I'm going to push the big head one and see how big it make my head look. And push the check mark for yes. Let's see what happens. Is it doing anything? See, it started glitching, but I did try it. I was nervous about that. I was really nervous, but I tried it, so there's a glitch that they'll have to fix. It sure is bugging, and I didn't even pick the static or the underwater one. It just like boo. So I did try it. I wanted to use the big head feature. Didn't work. But nonetheless, it sure is bugging. Never mind. I'll have to try it again a little later. Good. I'm glad you guys got some entertainment out of that. So high five to that. Tell me about it. Dang, YouTube. I think it's because my phone is old. I'm throwing tomatoes at YouTube.
He's throwing tomatoes at YouTube. Let's all throw tomatoes at YouTube.
I'm here for it. High five. Let me type in tomato. I'm getting ready to do that too. T-O-M-A. Boo, YouTube, boo. I'm throwing tomatoes as well. Get off the stage, YouTube.
Dang you, YouTube. Dang you. You're trying to squash LA's shine. How could you? Oil.
Go in the kitchen and make them pancakes. Yeah, I know. Let's throw tomatoes at them because the feature didn't even work. I wonder if I can use the bear official in the bear pot pie. You can use a bear. And then they have food safety is paramount. Regardless of the recipe, the bear meat is fully cooked is the most important step. Now, in reference to cooking meat, this is the first time where I read that in the recipe, as far as regarding meat preparation, they are emphasizing that you cook it thoroughly. You know, like when you have steaks, they say some people like it medium rare or cooked to taste. But with this bear meat, y'all, it's telling you, look, you have to ensure that the meat is cooked thoroughly or you may not make it. That's the first time I've seen the emphasis on that. Cook the meat until it reaches an internal temperature. Ha! Internal temperature. Next time on internal temperature, following will be guiding light. Cook the meat until it reaches an internal temperature of at least 165 Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius throughout the thickest part. The thickest part. You better make sure it's lean, mean. Ensure there is no trace of pink meat or fluid, paying close attention to areas near the bone. Y'all, I want to try bear meat. I want to try kangaroo meat. But out of all the gamey meats that we read about, which were kangaroo and bear, and moose. We read about moose too, but not to this much detail. Cook it thoroughly. I wonder if polar bear meat is tasty. I honestly think it will taste like fish. You know how you have the fish that tastes like the water? When you bite into the fish, it just tastes like the sea. I think with a polar bear, I think it will taste like the sea. So it will be refreshing. And I will want to have that ground up like you know, it's giving me turkey meat. You know, the turkey meat of the bears or the fish of the bear meat. And I could see myself, unfortunately, grinding up the polar bear meat, y'all, and serving it with 2 or 3 scrambled eggs, putting some bell pepper in there and those, chives in there. Unfortunately, mummies, when they were down on their luck, when all logic escaped them, I'm like, why not make some sandwiches with the sand? We got all this gosh darn sand around me. You want to dig up graves and eat mummies? Make some sandwiches. Duh, purified sand. Boil it down, boil it some more, sprinkle a little, put a bouillon cube in, and it could be like the grits of their time. It could be the what do you call it? The malto meal of its time. I'm quite sure if you boil down the sand really fine, and you got one of those things, you know how you have a medicine bowl and you mush the pills down the mixing bowl. You mix that, you get that sand and put it down in that mixing bowl. You boil the heck out of it. You have a nice bowl of sand curry or a nice bowl of sand oatmeal. The desert's version of malto meal. You don't got to eat mummies. You just wanted to. I'm through. Boom, mic drop. Now you said you never learned nothing on Elay TV. Ha, well you learned something today. Eat some sand. If you put a polar bear with stout, it would be great with the onions, carrots, and pot pie. Oh yeah, man. We sound like some savages up here. First, we started talking about no thanks to Tarsus. Rotisserie snuffleupagus. Yo, if James Brown had a restaurant, that would be what he would specialize in catering. I'm James Brown, and gosh darn it, I want you to come down to Georgia to one of my restaurants where we specialize in soul food and rotisserie snuffleupagus. Yes, not only will you have live band playing from my funk masters and godfathers of soul, you will be served fresh off of the barbecue rotisserie snuffleupagus with a side of your favorite alcoholic beverage. Haven't been in a pot hiding beneath buttery crispy blanket. Oh man, heaven in a pot hiding beneath a buttery crispy blanket. Man, throw that polar bear in a what do you call that thing? A crock pot under a bed of butter is what you saying? Hello, thank you for coming in. The Big Payback Restaurant featuring rotisserie snuffleupagus. Man, if that don't sound good right now, woo-wee, I'm happy. Ha! You know the food good if you just start involuntarily smiling. The thought alone is making me happy. I'm so happy. Summertime sadness. I'm so happy. Summertime gladness. Shouts out to hashtag Meowcat. Hashtag Meowcat is kind of low-key being replaced by your boy Hercules the Shark. Before there was Hercules the Shark, there was hashtag Meowcat. He's a seasonal cat that has been also hired in on Elay TV, where he sings and talks just like how I just displayed. And he talks about alien food and Tyson's chicken. Honey pot pie, man. Oh, he put you on blast. Tarsus said Jay Brown started it with the Winnie the Pooh pot pie. And did. Let's see if they have anything in reference to that. I'm getting ready to ask AI Overview. Is there anything in close proximity to Winnie the Pooh honey pie? To a Winnie, I'm about to get you your answer. Winnie the Pooh. All right, I'm waiting for AI Overview to gather some answers and see what we have in here. Here we go, y'all. We're about to get some answers. I swear I'll be asking some weird questions. AI is going to put you on a... yeah, it probably already has. I'm on the list of scratching my head. You know, they probably put me on the list of strange people like Joker, Jack Skellington from not Are You Afraid of the Dark, Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack Skellington, and Willy Wonka, and the Mad Hatter. So it says here, a Winnie the Pooh honey pot pie is a fictional concept from the stories, as Pooh simply eats honey directly from the pot. However, y'all, the closest real-life equivalent is a sweet honey pie or honey custard pie. Let's get into it. Dun, dun, dun. Shouts out to Sloan. He's got Sloan. Let's get into it. He's like, let's get into it. Dun, dun, dun. Real life equivalents. There are no commercially produced savory or sweet pot pies specifically marked as Winnie the Pooh honey pot pies in the U.S. that you can simply purchase in the store. The idea is usually redirected by fans through baking projects. Here are some real-life proxies to said pie. Classic honey pie, custard pie. A traditional dessert pie that uses honey as the primary sweetener in a rich, smooth custard filling, baked in flaky crust. Can you get out of the way, please? This is the most direct culinary equivalent to the idea of a pie filled with honey. Direct culinary equivalent. Here's another example in close proxy to your Winnie the Pooh honey pie. It says here, honey and lemon tarts, small individual tarts, mini pies that combine the sweetness of honey with the tartness of lemon, providing a balanced flavor profile. DIY, also known as do-it-yourself, honey-themed desserts. Fans often create desserts that look like Pooh's honey pot or incorporate honey flavoring. Examples include honey pot-shaped cakes or cake pops using yellow frosting and drizzle honey effects. Honey panna cotta, served in edible gingerbread pots. And lastly, we have honey-flavored Rice Krispie treats. Ooh, no. Cut into honey pot shapes. So there's kind of your answer, J Brown 223. There's something in close proxy to that. And because you mentioned it, I wanted to ask, and I want to now try honey-flavored Rice Krispies. I need to write that down. No way, he's drooling. It reminds me of Homer Simpson. Remember Homer Simpson in one of the episodes from the seasons 1 through 3? He'd be like, butter. Oh, Tarsus is up here like, frosting. So let me write down here. There is honey flavored Rice Krispie treats. That sounds good. So I'm writing down also bear pie, moose pie, bear pie, moose pie, and kangaroo pie. Those are the gamey pies we talked about today. And y'all, we haven't even scratched the surface on the bird pies. You know, like birds, the fowls of the air. We haven't even touched on that. I'm still stuck on moose, bear, and kangaroo. And we've been up here talking about it for an hour and a half. Because my first half hour, I was talking about, carnations and roses and sunflowers just to get, the gears going. Not pigeon pie. That's right up there with hobo pie. But if you clean the pigeons correctly, I think all is well, man. But that in addition to the emphasis of stressing that you better cook the bear meat thoroughly or else, I think this classifies as such with pigeon pie. Times is hard. Times can be hard. So if you got you some pigeons and cleaned it up real good and thoroughly cooked it and prayed over it, you should be okay. Yes, exactly. Hobo pie is equivalent to pigeon pie. Is it or is it not? That is a good question.
What is the question? To be or not to be? Hobo pie, pigeon pie, moon pie. That is the antagonizing question. Is the burning question. Look into my eyes. It's the burning question.
I can tell your eyebrows are all furried. Or furrowed. You're in deep thought about those pies. You've got bags under your eyes, sir. You need to get some sleep. Are hobo pies the same as pigeon pies? I'm writing that down. Hobo pies the same as pigeon. Pigeon pies. And what is a hobo pie? What is a hobo pie? I'm actually interested. way. Just eat the pigeon raw. If you're a hobo, you have got to get you a... No, you can't. You have to do the bare minimum. You need a lighter or a match, and you need an empty soup can. You have got to cook it. You have got to cook it. You got to boil it. So you got to get you a makeshift stove. You got to get you a can. You got to get you a lighter. You got to boil it, if anything. Put that pigeon in a soup can, put some water in it, boil it. You got to do something. Or you're going to be in the hospital quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know, if you're going to be down and out, you still got to do it right. Hobos eat rats and pigeons. Like I said, just how you prepare a fish is how you got to prepare pigeon or rat. Remember in Demolition Man, he's like, "Hey, these burgers are pretty good. What's in them?" She's like, "Vrata." He's like, "Oh." Dun, dun, dun. Flour, fry them, stew the pigeon with mushrooms and wine. And heavy on the wine so you can forget about what you actually consuming. Yep, I get it. Cook the filling down until the meat is so tender it melts like butter. Exactly. Treat pigeon right. KFC, we do chicken right. Yeah. We've got a wizard in here. No. We're going to eat the pigeon. We'll cook it down really well. Well, gourmet style pigeon. Exactly. You know, it'll be easy to get water. Do parks still have open water fountains? So that's where you'll get your water. You'll get an empty can. That won't be hard to find. You go to your local soup kitchen, pick out of the trash. You'll get the good cooking is if you go to the soup kitchen, get one of their bigger economy size soup cans. You get you a sturdy brick. You get basics. You get three small bricks so you can have a triangle. You put those bricks on like some concrete. You start your fire. You put your can on top of there, and you boil the water. You put the pigeon in there after it's cleaned and stuff, and you boil it at minimum. There you go. I don't want y'all passing away. I want you to live. So at the bare minimum, and in an undisclosed location, you can set up the fire and get it going. Do parks still have built-in barbecue pits? So you can easily take it there. And you're good to go. So if anything, prepare your pigeon and or rat before you take it to the park. You put it in the cooler. They're always throwing coolers away in lunch boxes. You prepare somewhere in an undisclosed location so you don't freak people out. And then you bring the prepared pigeon and or rat to the park. Start it up on the Barbie and you good to go. So now you're hungry. We're all hungry. We always end up, even if we're on here in the morning mood talking about something that has nothing to do with food, we always find ourselves gravitating back to food. It never fails. Look at this pink sheep from Minecraft. Yeah, hi pink sheep. Cockatoo stew. No, put not river rocks. Cockatoo stew. Put 2 river rocks in the cockatoo and put stew in there for 3 hours. Oh no. This scarred bird eat rock. No. You and your Frankenstein recipes. Prepare some small talk so the pigeon doesn't fly away. We don't have time for small talk. Put that thing in a plastic bag and BAM! Okay, that's violent. You are right, because some farm people who care about the quality and the sanctity of farm animals, they will play music or read gentle lullabies to it. So when it's taken, unfortunately, to the slaughter, it won't capture the stress. It won't capture the stress, for lack of a better word, the energy of the stress when the animal goes to the slaughter. You want, unfortunately, the animal to be at a docile state. So I saw somewhere years ago that they would like give the animals happy pills, so when they are going to the slaughterhouse, it won't release stress, thus impacting the toughness of the meat upon transitioning. So yeah, if you have time to do all that, yes, like you said, like Kali 20 said, prepare some small talk to the pigeon and or rat so it don't fly away, so it won't release the stress hormones. If you have time for all that. It's sad. Put pigeon is so, here we go with that jello. That jello is still taking me out. I'm falling into that dark spot, y'all. Pull me out. Help me! I start thinking about how jello was made, man. My soul weeping just a little bit. Put some pigeon in jello, eat on crusty bread. Playing Cardi B while it's going up. Play some Cardi B while it's going up on the conveyor belt. At least they'll be happily dancing to nightclub music. They're not worried about nothing. They have officially entered the conveyor belt where they have entered teen, no flaps to give. Not a care in the world while they are playing Cardi B while going up on the conveyor belt. Sometimes that's a good one. And it's sad at the same time. Rest in peace, pigeons. Sometimes you just kick the pigeon. Come on. Let's pretend we didn't read that, because here on Elay TV, we have to, some people want to be crazy.
We don't promote the violence of animal cruelty. In the name of MacGyver and thereof, we're talking about survival tactics when and if you are homeless. The things you will have to do in the name of survival. How we will prepare the pigeon. Some of us will not be well versed in hunting pigeons on the street. So we are power storming ways to be effective when having to eat when poop hits the fan. Once again, here on Elay TV, we do not promote animal cruelty. But in the name of survival, we are gathering our minds to figure out how we will survive. Disclaimer! Disclaimer! Disclaimer!
I'm telling you, it's a sad shame you have to do stuff like that. No matter what, you just gotta add a bit of butter. Butter saves the day. And when you're cooking anything tropical like seafood, tartar sauce saves the day. Tartar sauce is the ketchup of the sea. And butter is the ketchup for pigeon and rats. Butter and garlic makes anything delicious. So there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, pets, plants, animals, artificial intelligence, and all living, breathing things that have not yet been acknowledged that are here on planet Earth. It is always best to have butter and garlic in your arsenal at all costs in the name of survival, because you never know what you may have to grin and bear and eat. But whatever it is, be it sand, ham, or spam, or pigeon, or rat, or unfortunately, depending on where you stay, bugs, you can use butter and garlic, and it will wash away the ill thoughts of what you're about to devour. In the name of survival, we have narrowed it down to 2 ingredients, butter and garlic. I want to say thank you to Tarsus and Jay Brown for providing us Cool Peeps Survival Tactics 101. You can easily go to the Dollar Tree and pick up these said items and shove them in a safe deposit box. A fire retardant safe deposit box for safekeeping in case of emergency. Break glass. Butter and garlic. Crushed pepper for spicy pigeon. Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have Alvin chilled. As you know, the Wednesday before last, we almost lost Alvin because his Uber driver dropped him off outside of the mothership on the intentionally very long live stream show. They dropped him outside of the mothership and not inside, and he went flying around the mothership like, help! I'll bring him back for display. Help! He was pretty much like that. We didn't know if he was playing or not, but yeah. He took the wrong ride share service. He was supposed to push the button with the alien on it so the aliens could pick him up and take him to the mothership and safely drop him off inside the ship. The aliens put him back together. No harm, no foul. All is well. Thank you guys for coming in. For those of you who are interested, on Wednesdays, it's the intentionally very long live stream show where we watch a movie together. We talk about the movie, and there will be downtime where we just listen to the music and float around the ship. That live stream show has a 5-hour bare minimum. So that show is a 5-hour live stream period. And depending on how the flow of the ship is going, it may go longer. Last week's show was a little bit over 7 hours. It was a 7-hour live stream. We were just floating through space, having a good time. I know that's right. I hope you did give him a 1-star review. You're not supposed to drop anybody outside of a spaceship. You in space. And I hope you got your refund. Bare minimum, at least. Uber drivers dropping too many people in other dimensions should be a national inquiry. High five. We are the first to put them on blast. Never again. Please have your space tickets ready. And also, please use the right ride-share service. We might have to have a meeting before I aboard the mothership along with Baskethead and my Cool Peeps, and see if they'll have some aliens outside the ship just in case this happened, because we don't want this to happen. You know, we probably have a couple out on the post floating around just in case these ride share services get crazy, and we can safely escort you back into the ship. Today, I'm glad you did. That's the whole reason you started flying around this space, because you had to go back to Earth and feed your dog. Then when you came back, you had heck to pay. High five. I am doing great. Thank you for coming in. You two were at the intentionally very long live stream show holding it down. And you were also there when Alvin was floating around in space. Speaking of floating around in space, we just finished wrapping up talking about all these strange foods. We talked about preparing pigeon in case of hard times and preparing rats in case of hard times. We are talking about weird foods because we were talking about moose pie, bear pot pies, and kangaroo pot pies. Yes, there's a such thing. And in addition to that, in reference to pie, we read, is there anything in close proxy to a Winnie the Pooh honey pot pie? The closest thing in proxy, according to AI Overview, in reference to Winnie the Pooh honey pot pies are classic honey pie or custard pies, honey and lemon tarts, do-it-yourself honey-themed desserts, where it says often fans create desserts that look like Pooh's honey pie from Winnie the Pooh or incorporate honey flavor. The examples include honey pot shaped cakes or cake pops use yellow frosting and drizzled honey effects, honey panna cotta served in edible gingerbread plots. And lastly, the one that got my interest is honey flavored Rice Krispie treats. Cooking ratatouille. Yes, ratatouille. So yeah, those are all interesting. We have shouts out to Scooby. Thank you guys for coming in. All positions for mods have been filled, but thank you for inquiring, because if you don't ask, you will not know. Man, let me see where we are. Let me do the survey here. And then you guys also saw me try to use a new feature and it glitched. I'm just thankful that the live stream didn't cut out on me. I tried to use the feature on here called Big Head. I wanted to make my head really big and enlarged like this guy here, but it froze and glitched. But you guys said that was still funny, so yeah. Here's the survey right here. It's got pick a flower you would pick to give a family or friends for this holiday season. Coming up at the top, my Cool Peeps pick 51% roses. Coming in we've got carnations coming in at 14%, and sunflowers coming in at 35% for flowers that you would give to your family or friends. At the beginning of the live stream, I opened up the show talking about various topics. Well, various topics meaning holiday flowers you would give your family or friends. So at the end of the survey here, it reads, I'll pull up the survey and here are the flower definitions and meanings, because roses don't have to be just given to the ones you love, meaning like your significant other. Roses can be given to family and friends, and roses are symbolic for different reasons. So since roses is at the top for picking a flower that you would give a family or friend during this holiday season, it means this. While often associated with romance, roses in the warm autumn hues like peach, orange, and deep red are very appropriate for Thanksgiving. Peach roses specifically symbolize gratitude, appreciation, while yellow roses convey warmth and friendship. The second one that won is sunflowers. So for sunflowers, it means when giving sunflowers during the harvest season. Sunflowers exude warmth and happiness with their bright yellow petals. They represent adoration, loyalty, and longevity, making them a cheerful way to express thanks to those who have been steadfast in your life. And lastly, the carnation. I chose carnations. I would pass out carnations to my family and friends. These ruffled blooms are long-lasting and come in various fall colors, including burgundy, orange, and cream. They represent admiration and distinction, ensuring your thoughtful gesture can be enjoyed for an extended period. And you chose sunflower. Sunflowers are your second favorite. Yeah, maybe other effects work. Perhaps we can try it when I'm getting ready to leave. So just in case the live stream freezes up or closes, at least we know we made it to the end of the stream. So I'll try to remember to try different effects before I get off of here to see. That's a good idea, Tarsus. Sunflowers are my second. I would have chosen carnations if I had knew what they were beforehand. I think, well, you can change it. I closed the survey already, but I believe you can change it. Like, you will have to, I think, go back out and come back in. But I've closed it now. But you changed it so it's carnation. So let's go with that then. If that's what you really want to know, now that you found out, you can change it to carnations. We're not that technical. But yeah, if you want to do the carnations, go for it. You chose sunflower. Oh, because you planted a lot of them. You know, some sunflowers can get gigantic, like taller than the average height of people. Isn't that neat? The people I know aren't different to flowers as a gift. They just want money. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about that. Sounds like my parents. Well, at least my dad, he wouldn't want flowers. He'll sneer at anything. And if it's not the a dollar amount that he like, he won't even want it. So I'm sorry that some people have those types of people in your circle. I just try to avoid those types of people in my circle. Yeah, my grandmother's neighbors had giant sunflowers. Yeah. Let me see. The people I know are cuddle. Give them some. Winnie the Pooh, Popeye, and some flowers. Exactly. 2 double gifts. That will be greatly appreciated. Your grandmother neighbors had giant sunflowers. I'm going to put some sunflowers in the chat, y'all. I like sunflower seeds. Bam. High five to y'all. Sunflowers. We've got sunflowers. I'm putting some sunflowers in there. Let me go back and see. Hey, your dog is chasing you. That's fun and cute. That's cute. Your dog's chasing you. KFC, which has the better chicken, KFC or McDonald's? Now, McDonald's has some awesome chicken strips. KFC, the last time we had it, it wasn't that bad because there was a nice span in years where KFC did change their recipe and the chicken tastes fake. Now, there's a lot of food out here that tastes fake, but this tastes fake to the point where you couldn't even enjoy it. It's like they didn't even put any effort in it to mask it, to make it seem real. So my family and I were very, very leery on trying it again, but we tried it here and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. So, having said that, KFC's chicken tastes better. They had this downward spiral where it was gross. But I can say their chicken strips are still posh and Wendy's are. So, if I had to choose on the realm of chicken strips, KFC's chicken strips versus McDonald's chicken strips, I will pick right now McDonald's chicken strips because they are well seasoned. And my mind always goes back to having chicken strips in my salad. McDonald's don't serve salads anymore. Oh, I roll. But yeah, as of now, I will pick KFC. I will pick McDonald's chicken strips over KFC's chicken strips. So thank you for asking that question. Let me go down here and see what I miss. You have, let's see. Oh, you have a lot of roses in your backyard? That's really cool. Yay. My mom had one rose. It wasn't a rose bush. She didn't shape it. And she didn't shape it that much until later. I don't even think my mom shaped that thing. My dad ended up doing that because he did the lawn work. He just hammered a nail into the side of the house or the garage and just got some string and tied it so it wouldn't be such a blight and so it wouldn't basically fall over. So when he cut the yard, the rose vine wouldn't get molded by the lawnmower. So that's pretty much the reason why he did that and saved it. I think he liked roses too, but that's his closest proxy that we got. Thank you for the sunflowers. No, we don't have any pets. In the near future, though, that will be nice. Pets are wonderful, though. Sunflower was one of the first flowers I ever planted. No way. That's an awesome memory. Right off top, I don't remember which type of flower I first planted. I love KFC chicken strips. That's awesome. You're watching 2 streams at the same time. That's fun. Thanks for the support. Jollibee Chicken Joy. Wasn't it you, Tarsis, who brought up Jollibee Chicken Joy in the first place? Because we did talk about it. Because the food in their title, like the title in their food is all happy words, like Joy Chicken or Happy something. But yeah, guys, we talked about Jollibee months ago, like a quarter of a year ago. You know, this was during the summertime or spring. Jollibee Chicken made me happy because they had, for their food titles, they had like happy words in their food title, and that made me smile. It's like, how could you not go to Jollibee restaurant and not start involuntarily smiling over the food? And the mascot is a bee, and I think he wore clothes. He wore a sweater, like in the Bee movie. I think Barry B, played by Jerry Seinfeld, he was the voice actor for the Bee. He wore a shirt. Jollibee TV, they mod as well. Don't they have Jollibee TV? It's been a while since we talked about it, but I do remember that. That was a fun topic because I learned a lot. I learned a lot about that and just overseas, you know, because Jollibee's is overseas as well. And so I learned that they change up the menu on some of the things. They'll like have, like if it's overseas, like in Peru or Puerto Rico, if they have a Jollibee's over there, they'll put their swag on the menu, their food on the menu as well. So I thought that was neat. Let me make sure I'm not pushing the wrong button, y'all. I don't want to accidentally push the wrong button. So let me take my time. Let me minimize this and go over here and see where I'm at. So I might have to get ready to wrap this up. We are about to hit the 3rd hour, but we are doing great. I plan to be on again today for another live stream. So I'll be getting ready to wrap this up. The other live stream I'll be doing is something that's totally off kilter. I'll be doing a reactionary video to a show called Joe Budden Podcast. It's definitely an adult show. So what I do is censor it because I learned a lot from there, like the music, what's going on in the world, and also kind of what's going on in social media. They keep their ear to the ground on a lot of things. So that's kind of how I keep up. So once again, when I'm back on, I'll be in my panda bear onesie doing commentary over the Joe Budden Podcast. But if you like the Joe Budden Podcast and cannot watch it, for the kiddos who may be listening to me in replay game, I cover it, you know, but I keep it clean. You know, I keep it PG. So it's pretty cool. That's how I do it over here. So I'm getting ready to wrap it up. I want to thank you guys so much for coming in, liking and subscribing. We are almost there to monetization. We have a little under 200 hours to go. However the math is, let me see. I have one more time. Let me pull it up. Currently, for the first tier, you need 3,000 watch hours in the year. I have 2,813 watch hours so far. So I'm almost close, guys. I'm almost close. So thank you for watching the video live and also watching the replay. So we can go on and get to tier 1. My name is LA, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. What pet would you have to have? Cats! Cats! C-A-T. Meow. 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 C-A-T. Meow. Meow. And I got all crazy. Cats! Go to the house. I want pet cats! Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be weird. My name is LA, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Here you can be yourselves. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I had a lot of fun too. I better grab something to eat before I get back on this live stream. Thank you so much. Shoo murmur murmur. Shoo murmur murmur. Shoo murmur. Shoo murmur. That's my going off an intro music. Murr. Murr.
Bye bye.